Hey my beautiful Cancer peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome to your week of the 25th through the 1st of October. How are ya? Hope you guys are doing well. Without further ado, I want to hop on into it, but before I do, if you guys are interested in personal readings, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. Can I get these cards together? It'll be the first link in the description below. If you guys want to check it out, feel free to. Nonetheless though, Cancer, let's see what's going on with you regarding your week, baby. What's showing up here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the week of the 25th through the 1st of October. You got two cards flopping on out here for you. We got a Page of Pentacles and a Seven of Cups. You know, I kind of feel here in this retrospect, you are trying to do more is what I'm hearing for you, Cancer. Trying to add more, maybe more to your workload. Maybe you're trying to add more calories in if you're bulking up and getting super strong in the gym, Cancer. But you're trying to add more here to your life. I'm hearing possibly more of a variety. So you could be switching things up. If you're a Cancerian who's been feeling like you've been falling a little bit too much into like a really boring routine, maybe you're trying to snap out of it and add more flavor, more spice, and something nice to your life. But I'm getting that energy here of just wanting to add more in. Some of you could be looking for more hours in the workplace, looking for more sources of income. It could definitely be a week here where it's just like, okay, I need more. So we're going to go ahead and try to find some ways here to add some more stuff into my life and whatever, you know, respectfully that you're trying to create more things in. So very cool. That is just a quick short message for you, Cancer, but let's get on into the official reading here for your week. I'm going to get about two more shuffles for you, and then we'll see what's popping. Hopefully, we are looking at some pretty awesome stuff for the Cancer gang. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we have here a King of Pentacles, looking at the current energy, the Hermit, what you're dealing with, the Wheel of Fortune, and looking at the current outcome, we have here the Empress card showing up here as well. I do want to mention you could be connecting here with a Virgo, you could be dealing with a Libra, or you could be connecting with an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or a Leo. I know that it's a mouthful, but you might be dealing with any of those signs in particular. Now, starting with the overall energy, we have here the King of Pentacles coming out to play. King of Pentacles is great. It is a card of feeling very abundant, feeling very comfortable, and feeling very sturdy and stable. So I definitely think that this week you feel like you're on your A game. I also see here, because we do see with the King of Pentacles that he's holding that Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles represents opportunity. It could be a week where opportunity has really arisen for you and you've capitalized on it, so you've had something to gain. So if you've had opportunities show up in your life, you definitely could have been getting some great gains from those opportunities, whether they be financial, romantic, whatever your endeavor may be. I'm seeing good stuff coming in for you. Now, King of Pentacles is great as well because it's about being very chillaxed, cool, calm, and collected. I think that that's how your week's going. I think a lot of it has to do with being in hermit mode here, with the Hermit showing up for you. Hermit represents taking the time out to really do what you got to do. You're really focused on yourself this week, Cancers, and I feel like you're very focused in general. So you have some sort of goal in mind, and I feel like you are executing it flawlessly. I know, being a Cancer sun myself and a Cancer rising, when I kind of obsess over getting something done or obsess with meeting a goal and or meeting some certain sort of criteria, I go crazy for it. I make sure it gets done. I work my butt off, and I feel like that's the vibe here for the week. You guys have your eyes on a prize and you are flawlessly executing it so far, which is fantastic. Yeah, you're definitely creating some sort of change. Looking at what you're dealing with here, we have here the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune here represents a new cycle opening up in your life. So you've created a change and you've opened up a new doorway in your life, which is really fantastic here to see so far. Now, I'm not sure specifically, Cancer, if this is in reference here to your romantic path, in reference here to your career path, but you've created something new and you're happy to keep on going with it. Looking at the current outcome, the Empress, you have seen the growth you've been looking for. Oh, I love that, Cancer. So I like hearing that message for you. It's like, I've got the growth that I've been looking for. I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. I feel blessed. It is a great week here so far. Now, let's go ahead and take a look here and see if there's any sort of challenging aspect showing up for you this week. Hopping on into the challenge. Boom, we got here the Hangman. But I think that even with the Hangman being a card that can represent being stuck or feeling stuck, it could also be a card here that can represent the energy of an epiphany. So I feel like what was hard or what is challenging for you, Cancer, is kind of coming to some sort of realization. Let's get some insight on what this realization is. What is this epiphany for Cancer that is a little challenging for them? I'm hearing a tough pill to swallow. Like you had that moment, that aha moment where it was like, wow, that was a tough pill to swallow, but I swallowed it. So now I know what to do going forward, King of Wands here, Eight of Cups. I think that you might not have seen previously how distracted you could have been, and maybe you let a lot of things slip beneath your grasp. You know, Cancer? This could be the energy of like, man, I didn't realize how distracted I was with my finances and with my spending, and that got to a point where maybe, oh man, I was dealing with a lot financially, but you know what? Now that I'm refocused and recentered, I got my finances back on point this week. It could be the energy where maybe you weren't paying too much attention to your partner, and maybe you weren't paying attention to your attitude and how you presented yourself. Maybe some issues arose in relationships, and you're like, wait a minute, now that I came to this epiphany, I kind of see how everything went down. Now that I'm no longer distracted and I'm focused, I can work on improvement. So Cancer, I think that things kind of slipped beneath your grasp, if you will, moving into the recent past, and looking at this week, even though it's a bit of a tough pill to swallow, that's your challenge. It's what's created and allowed you to get on your A game for the week here of the 25th, which is fantastic. Because like I said, I see you guys are really focused and really locked in on creating positive changes and actually seeing genuine growth here at this time. So it's looking pretty damn good. All right, Cancer. Moving on forward, let's have a look and see what you can expect throughout the rest of the week here. We have here a 10 of Cups. Hello. We also got here a Knight of Pentacles, a King of Cups, and lastly, we have here a Queen of Cups coming out to play as well. So Cancer, looking at these energies for you, we got here a 10 of Cups paired with a Knight of Pentacles. Definitely feels to me, guys, that what you can expect throughout the rest of the week is a stable, positive mood. Okay, Cancer? And I know that some of you are like, oh, thank the frickin' Lord. Okay. Sometimes Cancerian energy can be very up and down and all around town, but it's super nice when we have a stable, positive type of vibe and positive type of mood. So I'm seeing that for you here for sure. 10 of Cups is also the card of fulfillment. So it's like you feel like you have no complaints this week. You're really fulfilled. I do want to mention, for those of you that are coupled and in relationships, it looks like a really fantastic week where you and your partner are on cloud 9 in reference to the energy you guys are in. Looking at the next following cards, we have here a King of Cups and we have here a Queen of Pentacles. I do think that many of you guys are going to be on your A game when it comes to self-care this week. Queen of Pentacles for me personally is my self-care card. So I like to think of this card as making sure that you are taking out the time to focus on your wants, your needs, your desires, and what needs to be fulfilled and what needs to be taken care of. So this could be about making sure you're staying on your A game when it comes to your skincare routine, any sort of physical routines. I did mention to you guys previously in the beginning of the video when we got those two cards that came out that some of you wanted to break out of a boring routine and add more to your life. So this could be about keeping up with new commitments, if you will, such as having new types of routines, new types of regimens. You might be seeing that show up here as well. But King of Cups is a card here where you're in a lot of, you're not in a lot of, but you're in a great place of emotional control. You feel really good. You feel like you're in control, and you don't feel like you are all over the place emotionally, but instead you feel very, very, very well kept and well put together. So Cancers, on an emotional level here this week, you guys are looking flawless. I really like it a lot for you. I feel like, once again, I want to say the same thing and repeat it again. It feels like you're on your A game here this week is what I'm seeing showing up for you. Now, despite all this, what else can Cancers expect here for the week of the 25th? 9 of Cups, self-fulfillment coming out here again, 9 of Swords showing up here for you, and the Devil coming out to play here too. So let's talk about this one. One thing I do want to mention, Cancer, 9 of Cups showing up here for you this week. Some of you guys could have a bad experience with alcohol or a bad experience with some sort of psychedelic if you're dabbling in that this week. So I would reschedule it for another week. If you plan to go like on a shroom trip or something like that, maybe wait another week. If this is about going out drinking and having like a really fun and awesome time, maybe reschedule that too. You know, it's a different story if you're like, I'm gonna have a glass of wine before bed. Live your best life. But if you're going out to like a bar or some big like event and party, like maybe reschedule is what I would say here for you. But regardless, 9 of Swords here to the Devil. I do think that there is some stuff coming up here for you guys this week that you feel like you haven't been able to shake. Some of you guys could be having weird dreams with the 9 of Swords this week. I think it's actually going to be a pretty powerful week when it comes to astrology, so that could have a big influence on why you're dreaming and what your dreams may be. But in the dream space, it does seem a little freaky. There might be a repetitive dream showing up here with the Devil, but let me get a little bit more information into this, guys. So we have here the Four of Swords, we have here the Seven of Pentacles. One thing I want to mention, if dreams are super duper weird, I think just focusing on getting more rest is going to work to your benefit. I know me as a Cancer, sometimes I can have a full 8 hours of sleep. Other times I can have a full 3 hours of sleep. You know, it's kind of like you never know. It's a mystery every time over here in Cancerville. But either way though, being a Cancer myself, yeah, my sleeping schedule can go from being great to shit. So I really feel here for you that if you focus this week on having a very consistent sleep schedule, you are not going to have to deal with the really intense dreams, but instead it's going to be a lot more positive for you, and when you wake up you're going to feel much more energized. So make sure you're getting more rest here with the Four of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, sleep hygiene. Really make sure you're setting aside the time here this week for sleep hygiene. It is more important than you give it credit, okay? And that's me reminding that to myself. Sleep hygiene is very, very important, so do keep that in mind. Now, is the Devil anything external for Cancer? Just want to know if there's anything external going on. Oh yeah, Six of Cups here, Seven of Swords. Cancer, Mercury may be direct this week, but we do deal with a pre-shadow period and a after shadow period of Mercury, and I'm kind of getting the sense here with the Seven of Swords to the Six of Cups, somebody from your past may show up here this week, okay? I do want to mention it might be somebody here who has hurt you in the past or deceived you with the Seven of Swords. Could be an ex-partner, could be an old friend, or you might see somebody that you still consider an enemy, but Cancers, I don't feel like there will be confrontation because you just don't really want to deal with it. I don't even have to pull a card for this. I feel it. If you see somebody from your past that you don't specifically like, you will take a detour and walk in the opposite direction. So keep that in mind here as well, that there may be a moment this week where somebody from your past kind of appears. Maybe you were going shopping, you suddenly see them, you're like, oof, I don't want to be around them. So you take a detour and you don't even get involved in the confrontation. But either way though, Cancer, let's move along here for you. So far, things are looking great for you this week. Like I said, with the main situation for you, some massive amount of growth I think is coming in for you. There is a lot of focus coming in here for you this week, and I feel like you're creating something new. You know, if you've been looking for a new job, this could be that job coming in. If you've been looking for new sources of income, that could be being created as well. Maybe you wanted to take your relationship to the next level, whatever it may be. But so far, the information here this week is leaning towards the fact that you are tapped in, you're focused, and you are on your A game in regards to creating new things in your life that are bringing in abundance with that King of Pentacles. Lovely. Cannot complain, Cancer, okay? All right, let's hop on into what's going on with your career, your love life, and your personal life. So let's go ahead and get into that. Let's have a look at career for Cancer. What's coming up for them this week? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on here for Cancer regarding career? First card is going to be the Lovers. Next card here is going to be the Temperance. And lastly, Four of Pentacles is showing up here for you too. Cancer, I just want to say there could be some love and romance in the workplace with the Lovers and the Temperance coming out together as well. So coming up this week in the workplace, you might find yourself, you know, getting attracted here to somebody that you're dealing with or somebody that you're working with here. I feel like the way that they present themselves is this could be a Sagittarius, by the way, that you might find a lot of attraction to, but they present themselves as a very, how do I say this? They're never involved in drama, but they're also like a very carefree person, very loving person. They have an energy that's like, not necessarily like a hippie, but they're just like, you know, free bird, relaxed, really chill, really cool. I feel like this is a person here who's just good vibes a lot, okay? Is pretty much how I would describe it. So for some of you, there could be love manifesting in the workplace with a person here who you feel has just really great and amazing energy, Cancer, okay? Now, if we're not talking about love in the workplace, the Lover showing up for you with the Temperance could be representing a really calm week here of work, enjoying what it is you're doing at work, and not really feeling like you're dealing with stress, but instead being in a great mood. I mentioned, Cancers, that I feel this week you're going to be in a great mood all week. I think that it's a fantastic time for you mentally. So when we're looking at the workplace, things are looking great in that retrospect. We have a Four of Pentacles. For those of you that have the opportunity that don't necessarily have a fixed paycheck, maybe you have a sales job, maybe you are your own boss, you have your own business, there could be opportunities this week that are going to be allowing you to put away more money and save more money, because the Four of Pentacles can be representing saving the extra coins. So I do think that there could be a great opportunity here, Cancer, to save more money this week. There might be something showing up here for you. There could be potentially overtime showing up for you, and those types of situations to pick up side jobs and make more money. So I think it's a fantastic week for more money to be made, more money in your pocket, more savings, but also really relax in the workplace. Very unproblematic week when it comes to career. Love that. Moving on forward, Cancer, let's have a look here into your love life, baby. We're going to start out here with the single crabs first. What's going on here for the single Cancers regarding the week of the 25th, please? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh, we got here a Knight of Cups, a Five of Cups, and lastly, we got here a Chariot. So single Cancers. Now, this is probably single Cancers involved with somebody. If you have been involved with somebody, they could have previously disappointed you here with the Five of Cups. Five of Cups typically represents that somebody here has brought you to some sense of disappointment, but with the Knight of Cups showing up here, they do want to make it better. So I think that if there has been some issues with the situationship, if you've been talking to somebody and getting to know them, maybe they did something that disappointed you and upsetted you, but I feel like now they're trying to make things right, and ultimately you will end up moving forward on a positive note with that person. So I do want to mention for single Cancers, chances are, if things have been weird between you and somebody else, they want to move forward on a positive note with you and really continue to kind of carry things through. For Cancers with no attachments here at this time, Queen of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, I think you're really focusing on money. For the single Cancers not involved with anybody, it's like, I don't really give a crap for a relationship right now. This week, I'm chasing the bag. I'm chasing the coins with the Ten of Pentacles. That is all that you're focused on. So for single Cancers with no involvements, money over any sort of relationship or romance right now seems to be the ordeal. Now for the coupled Cancers, what's going on over here? What do we have for Cancerians in relationships at this time? We have here a Seven of Cups, a Three of Wands, and a Ten of Swords. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and hop on into it for the coupled Cancers. So here's the thing. Ten of Swords coming in can symbolize a breakup or a disconnect for some people, but I don't want to scare you if you're a Cancer in a relationship. It does not mean that you are guaranteed to have a breakup this week, but there can be breakups happening for Cancers in relationships this week overall. Now, if we're not looking at the Ten of Swords in an ending of a relationship type of way, there could be the ending of confusion, which is a good note. So if we're looking at this in a more positive way, Ten of Swords here to the Seven of Cups could be representing that if there's been confusion in your relationship, and if it's kind of been like you both have been waiting for things to get more clear and to settle the dust, that'll be unfolding and happening. And I think that for the majority of Cancers that are coupled here, you will be resonating with this message instead. Like I did previously mention, not message. For a few of you Cancers, you're gonna be in a space this week where some of you may have a breakup. It is a possibility. But for the majority of Cancerians here, I think that if you've just been dealing with confusion in your relationship, maybe you're not sure where things have been going, maybe you're not sure with what is the next part of your chapter, I think that you're finally getting it figured out. As I mentioned, it feels like the dust is settling, and with Mercury going direct, and even though we're in the after shadow period at this time, it's going to be less confusing and less miscommunications, so it's going to be easier to work through anything that's been causing a sense of confusion, okay? So for coupled Cancers, there definitely is room for improvements that may be showing up for most of you. For some of you, though, there could potentially be a parting of ways, okay? Now, don't freak out if you're in a relationship. Let it play out and pan out. It definitely may not be for you, okay? All right, guys, moving forward, let's get on into the personal, about what's going on with you personally here. So what do we have going on personally here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the week of the 25th. First card is going to be the Five of Pentacles. Now we got here the Justice. And lastly, we got here the Judgment as well. Cancer, I love it. Definitely the Judgment showing up here is about taking a chance, switching your attitude. I do see once again Five of Pentacles. I think that in the past, Cancer, you were dealing with this energy of maybe getting really bored in your routine or being very unfulfilled and unsatisfied with how your life was going. But you're moving out of that Five of Pentacles state, which is the state of lack, and you're starting to move more towards the Justice, which is about moving closer to abundance. So the Justice showing up here for you is a card that represents balance, getting yourself together to start creating more abundance in your life. And of course, here with the Judgment card, like I said, you're taking action here. You're taking a chance on having a different attitude towards what you're trying to create and manifest in your life. And I think that it's working out for you once again flawlessly. I heard so many times in this video, flawless execution for Cancer. So really great vibes here showing up for you at this time. So yeah, you are moving into a much more growing and lovely energy. It's great to see things change for the better and in a positive direction for sure. All right, Cancers, let's have a look here at your overall outcome and we will close out your reading. So what's going to be the overall outcome here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the week of the 25th. Through the 1st of October, we got here the 9 of Wands, followed up here with the 7 of Wands as well. Cancer, I actually think this is a really positive message. First things first, the 9 of Wands is a card that represents the energy of being kind of held back and not really doing anything. It's more of like kind of accepting where you are, and in a way, it could be a card of accepting defeat, but the 7 of Wands here is a card that says, never back down, and I don't feel like you will be backing down this week, Cancer. Like I mentioned to you guys, it is a week where you are motivated, you guys are kicking ass and taking names, and it feels to me like instead of being in that energy of where you felt defeated, you feel like you're reignited here overall, which is super fantastic. So Cancer, really lovely outcome here for you, and really great reading here overall. Without a further ado, Cancer, I want to thank you guys so much for coming out here to your weekly tarot reading from the 25th through the 1st of October. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's an honor to read for you as always, and if you did enjoy today's video, please do drop a like and a comment. I would gratefully appreciate that. Of course, if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. Be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family, and if you're interested in a personal reading, you can book one with me in the first link in the description below. Guys, do enjoy your week, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.